Good evening. Beverly Marshall here, once again, along with my grandson, Zaire Tate. We talked about his formula, we talked about his diapers, we talked about everything, even down to transitioning over from peds to adult doctors. I'm still having the same problems, but what is really bothering me today is one of my grandson's nurses that I've had big respect for, and she did something today that really, it upset me because of the attitude. I've never seen her that way before. But and she wasn't talking directly to me, she was speaking to a case manager from Horizon Insurance in reference to my grandson. And she was talking so fast that she didn't even allow the representative try to get a word in, so I had to stop it. It was a three-way conversation. I had to stop and say, wait a minute, slow down. Anne has something to say. And it was about, my grandson is on Advair. So they're telling me that they don't want to do Advair anymore, that they want to switch over to Simpcor for, I guess it's cheaper and it's a different brand. But his case manager was trying to tell the nurse that all they had to do was a prior authorization, and that Zaire could stay on the Advair. And she was raising her voice, and she was saying that we're going through this now with our patients, and everybody is switching over, and it's like, I'm listening to this, and I'm saying, she says, oh, and I don't have the case anymore. It's a new doctor, and they want to do it their way, and I'm listening to what she's saying, and it's like, wait a minute. Even though that my grandson is switching over to an adult doctor, why is it necessary for everything to be their way? They're supposed to be helping the patients. And if they know that the medication is helping him, why is it so hard for them to do a prior authorization, to fill out a form that will go to the insurance company, stating that this is what he needs, this works for him, instead of saying that, oh, well, he has to settle because we don't have time to do a PA. So he just has to settle for what we give him. And that has really upset me to the most. I don't settle. I never have, and I never will. And please, the last thing that anybody could come and tell me, well, it has to be done this way. Knowing that I know there's another way that it can be done, the right way, by filling out a form that will only take, 30 seconds? It's a form that's already completed. All you have to do is put a sentence in and sign your name. And that's so difficult. So it's telling me that when a child becomes from peds to adults, that everything changed for them? That they no longer have the services that they had before? That they have to accept what they get from the doctor because the doctor doesn't have time to change anything? And it's just the fact that the way this nurse that I've been knowing for years, and her attitude, it was something that just went completely through me. I wanted to cry because I had never saw this coming from her before. So you see, that changes my attitude towards her. That changes the trust that I had for her. So I will be treating her like I treat so many others, with a long handled spoon. So it will not be any more having coffee or dessert or inviting to lunch. Bring your own coffee, bring your own dessert, and bring your own lunch. Because now I'm going to give you a chance to see the other side of me. I don't like doing that, but what I saw, what I heard today, it was very upsetting. And I didn't like it at all. And I hope that she's listening. Because I'm not only talking about it here tonight, but I am going to talk about it when she comes here face to face. Because that attitude, it was not right. Especially when you're speaking to a person that's working for the insurance company that can push for my grandson to get this medication, and all the doctor had to do was sign a PA, and then you're going to say, oh, well, they don't have time for that? What kind of nonsense is that? I mean, what is really going on with the medical profession? What is going on with the nurses? What is going on with the doctors? What is going on with the medication? We're running out of everything. So you have a medication that the child has been taking for years, and all of a sudden, oh, well, we don't have time to fill out a form. So you can take this. In other words, take it or leave it. The hell with your medical, what's going on with you, but we don't have time to do anything. That's all I wanted to say tonight is what's going on out here with the doctors and the nurses and these attitudes and the medication, the diapers, everything, even down to the milk. And it's like children that has been sick all of their lives, and all of a sudden nobody want to push out and stop and say, wait a minute, we have to change this. These children need this medication. The children need these diapers. But instead, you just sit back and you don't even call to see how the child is doing. Nothing. But if they make you feel like you are interrupting their lifestyle. You're not supposed to ask questions. You're supposed to just sit back and accept whatever they tell you. I'm sorry. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to ask questions. And if I don't get an answer, keep asking. Keep moving to the next person, for the next person. If I piss you off, fine. But I'm going to keep going until I find out what's going on and why you are acting the way you are towards a child that is ill, that has been on medication from day one, from the time that they were born. And now, all of a sudden, no one wants to fight for them. But that's okay. I'm here to fight for him. And the parents, the grandparents, the caregivers, if you're listening to me, you need to fight also. Write a comment. Because you're not going to tell me that you're not going through the same thing. If you're with Medline getting your diapers for your child, and if you have a vendor, anyone from New Jersey that you're getting your medical supplies and the milk, you're not going to tell me that you're not having problems. Because from what I was told, that even though all of these companies are American companies, most of their supplies come from overseas. Isn't that something? Most of the medicine and everything, even down to the milk, is coming from overseas. And then you wonder why there's no jobs here for Americans. Then you say that Americans, they don't want to work. Because there's no jobs. You've taken everything away. I'm going to end tonight. I believe that I have talked enough, but I just want you to know I am really upset with this nurse and her attitude. And even my grandson, I think he's tired of me talking. But you won't hear from me again until next week. And I want you to know that I'm also on, not only on YouTube, but I carry this over to Facebook. So you can comment there. You can watch all 11 episodes. Have a good night.